Senior Connections, your weekly source for information, tips, and strategies on senior issues to help you age gracefully with your host, Janet Halliday, and financial advisor and parent care expert, Dr. Kevin Skipper.
Welcome to Senior Connections, your source for events, news, tips, and strategies from parent care to retirement. And I am your host, Janet Halliday, along with Dr. Kevin Skipper. He is a financial consultant here throughout the Midlands.
Good to be with you.
Good to be with you again.
Yeah, another great show lined up today as we get a week older, week after week after week. We got to stay on top of all the things that you need to know about in order to grow old gracefully. And we've got a great program lined up today. And question for you, if you have a choice between someone else cleaning your house and you cleaning your house, what's your preference?
As long as they mop the floor on their knees, I'm with them.
You're okay.
No.
You're okay. I used to enjoy, cutting the grass, but now sometimes it's good to delegate a few of those things. And you watching us may want to delegate the task of cleaning. You've got a great guest lined up that can help us with that.
Yes, Kevin, I was thinking about this because you're going to be a grandpa. I just became a grandma. And you want those extra hours with those precious grandchildren. So having a cleaning service can give us more hours of freedom and enjoyment.
Absolutely. And you may even consider getting a gift certificate for one of your parents to take some of the load off of them. As they grow older, they may not tell you that cleaning house is a task, but for a lot of people it is as they grow older. Also, many of our watchers want to learn about computers and technology. Sometimes people say computers are so hard, they're so difficult, but our guest in this program today is Ted Munch with Munch Networking Solutions. He's going to talk about texting, computers, iPads, and maybe you can be like one of my clients. She's sitting in my office and her grandchildren are at the baseball field and they're texting each other and they said, "My grandma is the neatest grandma in the world," because she texts us. Isn't that sweet? So we're going to show you about that today. Also, we got some giveaways. A 20% discount from All Medical on their all bath safety products. We'll give that away today in the program. Also, a $25 gift certificate from Central Midlands Cleaning. Keep that in mind and keep watching.
And in our financial insight segment, Kevin's going to tell us what document overrides your will. After you've paid all that money for the lawyer to draw up that will, and you're going to tell them about that document that overrides it.
And some of the mistakes that are made. So stay with us today on Senior Connections. I'm Kevin Skipper.
And I'm Janet Halliday. We'll be right back with more Senior Connections.
Choosing a financial advisor is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. You're seeking out a person or a firm that you will entrust your life savings with. I'm Dr. Kevin Skipper. I've been a financial consultant for over 20 years here in Columbia. Our firm is Discipline Financial Management. Here's some questions to ask an advisor. How long have you been in business and what are your credentials? What's your investment philosophy? What is your sales strategy? Let us answer these questions and many others. Give us a call at Discipline Financial Management.
I live alone and rarely have visitors. So when I slipped and fell in the kitchen last month and couldn't get to a phone, I knew I was in trouble.
Help!
I could barely move.
Help!
I tried calling for help, but no one could hear me. As I lay there, I couldn't help but think of my kids and grandkids having to go on without me. I was terrified. It took 8 hours for my neighbor to find me. It could have been the end of me. That's when I knew I needed Life Alert. With just one press of this button, I'm connected to the Life Alert Center, where I can get the help I need, even when I cannot reach a phone. With Life Alert, I'm never alone.
We save a life from a catastrophe every 11 minutes. For a free Life Alert brochure, call 800-485-5621. That's 800-485-5621. Call 800-485-5621 today.
Don't compromise, mobilize with All Medical.
Enhance your mobility and independence with a van from All Medical. Choose from a Dodge Caravan or a Honda Odyssey and customize it for your needs. Whether you're slightly ambulatory or in a wheelchair, you'll enjoy knowing you can get around town whenever you want. You depend on All Medical to provide services and products to fit your lifestyle. Now call on All Medical to take you that extra mile.
Don't compromise, mobilize with All Medical.
As large corporations continue to take over local businesses, Carnegie and Mosley Funeral Home is still family-owned and independent. They believe that bigger doesn't mean better, and people always come before profits. That trust is earned, not bought. The Carnegie and Mosley family has been serving families since 1884. Carnegie and Mosley Funeral Home, they are your neighbors, and you'll appreciate the difference.
At Crescent Construction, we know your home is one of your most valuable assets.
We specialize in roofing and remodeling projects. Leaks, storm damage, and age are all signs you may need to repair or even replace your roof. We perform a 20-point certified roof inspection when most contractors do not. We can better identify issues that may result in further and more costly damage.
A roofing assessment is free, so call us at 781-1900.
We guarantee our team is professional, clean, and dedicated to your satisfaction. So call us today.
Are you or someone you love having difficulty getting into the tub for a bath or unable to stand in the shower? Call Comar Products today for help with safe, comfortable, independent bathing solutions. We specialize in products like walk-in tubs and roll-in showers. Our walk-in tubs feature hydrotherapy technology, so your bath is always warm and may even increase blood flow circulation and reduce swelling. Call Comar today to schedule your showroom appointment or visit us at 1759 Airport Boulevard in Casey.
Welcome back to Senior Connections. I'm Janet Halliday. If you're like me, you can't enjoy those leisure time or hobbies or any of those things if you have a dirty house, if your house is not clean, or maybe you have an ailment or injury that is keeping you from cleaning your house. Well, we have the solution to that today. My guest is Amanda Turbeville. She and her husband own Central Midlands Cleaning, and they will give us those hours of freedom to enjoy those things that we want to do. Welcome to the show, Amanda.
Thank you.
So tell us how you got started in this business.
Well, actually, my husband has been in the industry of cleaning for over 13 years now, and he started Central Midlands Cleaning about 7 years ago. And 3 years ago, he actually came to me and requested that I start the residential. He was getting a lot of requests from his commercial customers.
So you initially started out or he did as commercial, and then you progressed into residential?
Yes.
Okay. So how did he bribe you with that offer?
I had been in the corporate industry for about 20 years, and I was probably struggling with my current job. I was traveling a lot and being a single mom myself, trying to keep a clean home. I know what all that requires. I was just on the go a lot. He knew I could do it. So he came to me one day and he kept pressuring me, and he convinced me to finally,
Come
leap
on
of faith.
board.
Leap of
Okay.
faith is what it was.
Well, who's your typical client?
Well, between both the commercial side and the residential side, we have a multitude of clients. On our commercial side, we deal with industrial clients, medical, and restaurant customers. I operate the residential side, so I do see many different types of single moms requesting their houses to be cleaned. It's just busy. It's a busy lifestyle. We have retired couples, retired singles out there, and just many families of varying sizes.
So tell us about your pricing. Do you go out and just do it room by room, square footage? How is that done?
It's a combination of all of that. Square footage does come into play a good bit. The size of the family comes into play. We do have...
Now, does that mean 3 children, 4 dogs, a cat?
Pets might be a factor in that. Definitely children might be a little bit of a factor in that. Little fingerprints everywhere kind of makes a little bit of a difference. So it does vary, and it's pretty reasonable the way we provide our estimates to our customers.
Do you do any type of cleaning where maybe someone could come out, maybe they're having a special event of some sort, and they say, I need my house cleaned? Do you have like one-time offers?
Absolutely. We do provide that service. We actually do get a lot of calls on that. We also provide the opportunity to do move-in cleans and move-out cleanings with the multitude of families mostly moving out there from job to job. So that's important to a lot of people. deep cleanings are important to a lot of people. So those one-time, what I like to call spring cleanings, and we actually get callbacks on that because they did like our services for that initial cleaning. So they do actually give us a call back and want continued services with us.
Now, in that deep cleaning process, are you talking about windows and baseboards and all ceiling fans?
It includes top to bottom.
Top to bottom.
I just think that's important. Anything that has a ledge on it collects dust. So it's important to get that type of deep cleaning, taken care of.
Now, what kind of screening process do you use for your employees?
We do have an extensive background check. We also are an insured and bonded company. So that's important when you're looking for a cleaning business, to know and understand that these individuals coming into your home are trustworthy individuals. So that is what we look for.
Right. So what you say you've been doing this for about 3 years. What is the average length of stay in terms of your employees have been with you for 3 years?
Yes, we do have, we've been fortunate in our business to have longevity with our employees. And one of the benefits that we probably have a staff of about 35 employees right now. Most of them have been with us since day one. My husband, Brian, in his previous job, he's had several individuals since day one in the last 13 years.
Well, and what areas do you serve?
We cover pretty much all of Columbia area. Central Midlands is the key. We venture out, we do a lot around the lake area. We also have properties over in Northeast, Lexington, downtown Columbia is up and rising with more and more families. And even a lot of the seniors are moving into the downtown locations.
Now, have you had an opportunity like with seniors that are downsizing to do a lot with them?
Absolutely. What I've found with that is their children actually call us up because sometimes it might be the single mom or even a single dad in that age range.
Thank you so much. We're going to have to take a break, but when we return, Kevin is going to be talking with Ted Munch, and they're going to be telling us about technology and computers and those things that I don't know anything about, and hopefully you're going to learn. And we'll be right back.
Don't compromise, mobilize with All Medical.
Enhance your mobility and independence with a van from All Medical. Choose from a Dodge Caravan or a Honda Odyssey and customize it for your needs. Whether you're slightly ambulatory or in a wheelchair, you'll enjoy knowing you can get around town whenever you want. You depend on All Medical to provide services and products to fit your lifestyle. Now call on All Medical to take you that extra mile.
Don't compromise, mobilize with All Medical.
Growing up, my parents worked hard, but they always took time to make us feel special. I know there were some hard times, but all I can remember is feeling loved and secure. Now they're older, and I want them to feel that same security. They need a little extra help now, so I turned to Retirees Senior Services. They provide services from meals and medication reminders to more detailed care when we need it. When a nursing home is not the answer, get the quality in-home care your parents deserve. Call Retirees Home Care Beyond Compare.
I'm calling North Point.
We'll be right there. Call 788-8081 when your system.
This does not work.
I can fix that.
We'll be right there. Call 788-8081 when your system needs repair. Think North Point Heating and Air.
I live alone, so when I slipped and fell in the kitchen last month and couldn't get to a phone, that's when I knew I needed Life Alert. With just one press of this button, I'm connected to the Life Alert Center, where I can get the help I need, even when I cannot reach a phone. With Life Alert, I'm never alone.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 800-485-5621. That's 800-485-5621. Call 800-485-5621 today.
As large corporations continue to take over local businesses, Carnegie and Mosley Funeral Home is still family-owned and independent. They believe that bigger doesn't mean better, and people always come before profits. That trust is earned, not bought. The Carnegie and Mosley family has been serving families since 1884. Carnegie and Mosley Funeral Home. They are your neighbors, and you'll appreciate the difference.
Welcome to Senior Connections. I'm Kevin Skipper. Each week on the program, we want to bring you the latest things and information and news and tips to make your life better as you grow older gracefully. You know, I run into a lot of seniors who are getting on the computer, but still some seniors who say technology is difficult, technology is hard, but I really would like to learn how to operate the computer, send an email, send a text. That's what we want to talk about today. Ted Munch is joining us. His company is Munch Technology Solutions. And Ted, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
And so it's true that more and more seniors are getting on the computers. What trends are you seeing in that regard?
They're doing a lot of things on devices, not just computers, but phones, tablets like iPads. They're using apps to manage their medications, track their exercise, connect with loved ones, video chat, and tons of other stuff.
Wow, I remember when I first bought my mom a computer for Mother's Day, learned to get her on the computer, how to send emails. She loved it. She went to some classes, got up to speed. So with a little bit of effort, seniors can learn the computer. You mentioned some of the things they're doing with the computers. Talk about the medication apps and some of the other things for exercise and health.
Sure. It's basically some of the apps are like virtual pill boxes. So no longer do they have to think about what day of the week it is and should I take this medication? Do I need to take this medication? It basically puts everything in a convenient location so they can not only manage their medications but also track their progress with exercising, walking, and that sort of thing.
That's neat. Now you've brought some devices along. Kind of explain the difference for a computer novice perhaps between a laptop and why you might want to try an iPad and the smartphone.
Sure. Here's a good model laptop here. It's got a DVD drive in it, so you can watch movies as well as make your own movies if you wanted to. And the cool thing about technology these days is you can pretty much accomplish the same things on the iPad or a tablet or a smartphone as you can with a laptop.
And so when you look at these kind of devices, I know I've introduced you to a number of my clients and you work with a lot of seniors. I mean, you'll physically come to their home and show them the differences in these devices and whether a desktop would be better or whether a laptop or which device. You do that, don't you?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we assess what their needs are, and we determine what their goals that they want to accomplish, whether it be just connecting with some grandchildren or talking to old high school friends, as far as being able to create their own greeting cards, sending out emails, communicating back and forth. The sky is the limit, really.
And I really want to encourage our seniors to give Ted a call, because this can be one of the neatest things you can do to communicate with especially children and especially grandchildren, because this is the world the grandchildren live in, and for them to be getting pictures from you and you sending pictures to them, to me that's a connectivity that is just amazing use of technology, with just taking a picture and sending it to grandma. Or I think you'd really love it if you'll take the time to get involved with computers and technology.
Right. They're using the same technology that everyone else is using, and they're communicating with their grandchildren, which really makes the grandchildren feel real special that, hey, grandmother sent me a text message, and that makes me feel real cool, and that she's a really, really cool grandma because she can communicate with me in so many different ways.
And tell them about Skype technology, where you actually not only can talk but see each other. Especially if your grandchildren or grandparents are at a distance, tell us how that works.
Right. Just like with this computer here, you see this little square is actually a web camera, just like on the top of this phone is a camera as well, and then on the iPad as well, so that you can talk and communicate practically face to face, just like we are now, and they can be in a completely different state or a different country.
I remember having my mom at my house one day and sat her down with my computer, and we went to YouTube, and I asked her, what are the funniest comedians you remember in your life? And she said, Red Skelton. So we pulled out Red Skelton, and laughed our heads off. Then she said Carol Burnett, and we pulled up Carol Burnett. We pulled up Phyllis Diller, and some of the oldies that many of our viewers would remember. And it was one of the funnest nights that I ever had with my mom, sharing some past and sharing some of the humor. And then I started saying, well, what are some of your favorite songs? And so we started downloading some songs, some of her vocal songs, Johnny Cash, Elvis Presley. All these turned into a CD for her, and it was one of the funnest nights and best things I've ever done for her from a technology standpoint.
Right, it's really amazing what information is out there. Me personally, I used to love the show Get Smart, and I watched it as a kid on some of the late night television shows, and you can go on the internet and watch endless episodes and get caught up and become an expert on some of those shows that you vaguely remember. You can always pull that back and make it become a new thing for you again.
That's neat. Well, Ted's got a seminar coming up that we want to give you some details on if you've got something to write with. This is at the Laurie Center, which was previously the Senior Center, and September the 4th from 1 to 3 o'clock. And it's $50 for non-Laurie members and half off for members. And so a great opportunity for you to spend a couple hours with Ted, learn some more about technology, meet him personally, and see if he might come to your house as well. If you want to sign up for that seminar, again, September the 4th from 1 to 3. The phone number is 351-4099. I hope many of you will sign up to meet Ted and learn more about technology and growing older. Ted, thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
So great information. So when we come back, we'll talk about one of the mistakes that people make with their beneficiary forms in an IRA and what are the planning implications. I'll be sharing that next on Financial Insights. I'm Kevin Skipper. You're listening to Senior Connections. We'll be right back.
Woodash is having a mattress sale. Why pay thousands of dollars for a Visco memory foam mattress when you can get a complete two-piece queen set of Woodash for $3.99? This quality mattress layered with Visco memory foam features a cool, comfortable quilted top for a comfortable, cool sleep every night. Highly resilient, highly durable, and best of all, at a discount price starting at just $3.99 for the two-piece queen set. For the lowest discount prices featuring Visco memory foam mattresses starting at $3.99, shop Woodash today. Woodash, located in the heart of the Vista, 919 Gervais.
You know, choosing a financial advisor is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. You're seeking out a person or a firm that you will entrust your life savings with. I'm Dr. Kevin Skipper. I've been a financial consultant for over 20 years here in Columbia. Our firm is Discipline Financial Management. Here's some questions to ask an advisor. How long have you been in business and what are your credentials? What's your investment philosophy? What is your sales strategy? Let us answer these questions and many others. Give us a call at Discipline Financial Management.
Attention, catheter patients on Medicare.
I use catheters, and if you do too, please listen carefully. There is a new catheter that hurts less, and you can get a free sample by calling this number now.
Pain and urinary tract infections have been avoided by many of my patients. These new disposable catheters hurt less. It's an incredible new design that reduces pain. The eyelets are polished, so they glide smoothly and effortlessly across your sensitive skin. Call now and get a free sample. Medicare and your insurance will pay for up to 200 of these catheters per month, all at little or no cost to you.
Call now for your free sample. It will arrive with a complete 90-day order, and if it doesn't reduce your pain, we'll pick them up for free.
Please call 1-800-394-8763. That's 1-800-394-8763. 1-800-394-8763.
We have the freedom to plan our lives starting at birth. Then one day our health changes and we realize we may not have planned for everything. Most of us that reach 65 will eventually rely on others to help us do the things we now take for granted. What's your plan for long-term care? Certified Senior Solutions Specialists can help. Even if you don't qualify for long-term care insurance, you may qualify for a new special critical illness policy that pays cash for conditions that cause most long-term care insurance claims. Call us today to plan ahead.
Don't compromise, mobilize with All Medical.
Enhance your mobility and independence with a van from All Medical. Choose from a Dodge Caravan or a Honda Odyssey and customize it for your needs. Whether you're slightly ambulatory or in a wheelchair, you'll enjoy knowing you can get around town whenever you want. You depend on All Medical to provide services and products to fit your lifestyle. Now call on All Medical to take you that extra mile.
Don't compromise, mobilize with All Medical.
Welcome back to Senior Connections. If you are retired, it's likely that you have an IRA or a 401k, and there's a document that you need to know about that overrides your will. And Kevin's going to give us that information today and tell us what document that is.
Well, a lot of times when we're meeting with clients in the office and we ask them about a will, they can produce a will. Then I say, can you show me your beneficiary forms? And they're like, what? I'm like, let me explain to you some of the mistakes that we see around beneficiary forms, especially with IRAs and 401ks, that you'll want to be aware of and correct. The first is just outdated forms. If you've marriage status has changed, you've lost a child, you've lost a spouse, you got to make sure you keep your beneficiary forms up to date. The other is just missing forms. As people say, I have a will, but where are the beneficiary forms? That's a key issue. The other is naming the estate the beneficiary. If you have an IRA and a 401k and the money comes back to the estate, the taxes, the ERD tax that we talked about, is due the year after death. So in most cases, you never ever want the estate to be the beneficiary on your IRA. Another mistake, no financial controls, is if you have a child who is not responsible with money and you send that money directly to them, they'll probably have the nicest looking Corvette on the street, but that money may be gone and you may want to put some financial controls in place. The other is no guardian. I had a case of a grandmother in California who made her grandchildren minors in South Carolina the beneficiary without specifying or clarifying guardianship. That money stayed tied up in the probate court system for about 2 years before we unlocked it. And so you want to be careful if you're sending to minors anything with your IRA or your 401k, that can be a big headache. So here's some mistakes to avoid with your beneficiary form and your IRA.
That's great information, Kevin. And now it's time for our weekly giveaway, and we have a huge one this week.
Some great things from our sponsors. For the first 10 callers, you're going to get a $25 gift certificate from Midlands Cleaning Services, and then a 20% discount from All Medical on all bath safety equipment. So a great deal. Our sponsors are wanting to give to you for listening to Senior Connections. Give us a call right now at 739-4205. Also this week, take some time to send us an email. Our email is info@seniorconnectionssc.com. We'd love to hear any feedback about the program. We'd love to hear some of your questions about what's on your mind so that we can use that to fill your needs on Senior Connections.
Yes, and join us every week on Senior Connections. We appreciate your viewership. And please, if you have need for our sponsor services, give them a call because they're what keeps the lights on.
Absolutely. Join us next week for Senior Connections, your source for the information you need from retirement to parent care. Have a great week.